Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this tutorial I am going to show you how we can implement this layout and this animated header. So as you can see over here, if we scroll through our screen, then we have a beautiful animation present over here, and same thing also happening for this Android as well, right? So it's working for both the platform and the header is looking quite good. And this tutorial is a direct continuation of my previous tutorial where I have shown you how to implement this layout and this slider. So if you haven't checked that tutorial yet, I would highly recommend you to check that tutorial, because in this tutorial I will be using some elements of that. I will use these cards. As you can see, when we are visiting any category, then we have this card list present, and then I will create this screen, and over there I will show you how to implement this animated header along with other UI elements of the screen. So if you are interested in this kind of tutorial, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new tutorial on this channel. So without wasting any more time, let's get started with the tutorial. So we are at the home screen now, and in my previous tutorial I have already shown you how to implement this layout, as I already mentioned you earlier. But let me tell you that these tutorials are part of a larger tutorial series in which I am showing you how to create different screens of our React Native app. So as you can see, we have this bottom tab navigator, and we have several other screens as well, as this is the notification screen. So we have implemented this swipe to delete functionality, we have this profile screen, we have this explore screen in which we have implemented this layout by using React Native maps. So if you haven't seen all those tutorials yet and you find these tutorials interesting to you, then you can definitely check that. I will link that playlist in the description below, or you can find it from my icon. So in this tutorial I have taken this cards layout, which is this element, and I have created a card component. So within this components directory I have created a card.js file, and in which I have provided a card element. And now I will create a card list screen, and we will be visiting that screen when we will click any one category here. So let me quickly create that screen here. So we have created this card list screen, and now we will be redirecting to that screen. So if we click on this category, then we will be navigate to that card list screen. So here I have provided that navigation item. Now I need to add that in this main tab screen where our stack navigator is located. So we are at this home stack. So within this home stack we need to create another home stack screen, and the component of it will be card list screen, and name of it will be this name. Now save it and save this home screen as well. Now after that, let's click on this restaurant category. Now I want to do some customization. Right now we are visiting a category screen, and I want to display that category name here in this header title. So let me do something in this home stack screen. Here we have some options, and in this option we will accept the route, and through this route we can pass some parameters. So right now for the title I want to set it to title parameter, which I will pass from this navigate. So here we can pass some parameters, and our parameter is the title, and here I want to provide this title. So now save it and save this tab screen as well. Now after saving it, we can see we have an error. Now let's reload this. After reloading it, now we can see that it's working fine. Our title has been changed. Now to see this in action properly, I will provide this navigation in another category as well. So here we have another category, and this category is this fast food center. So now click on this fast food center. So it's working for fast food center and for the restaurant. So like this we can pass the parameter to our route. Now I want to remove this back button text. So for that, here in this option we can provide header back title visible to false. Now this back title has been gone. Right, now we can start working on the layout of this screen. So here we will create that list by using flat list. So we need to import flat list from React Native, and here we can use that. Now for the flat list we need to provide data, and we have already created data model in our model directory in this data.js file, so we can import that. Now we can provide that here, and after that we need to provide render item. So here I will create this render item function, but before that we need to provide another thing, which is key extractor, and here we need to provide item id, and this id will be fetched from every data id. For every data we have a unique id, so from that we can get that. Right, now I will create this render item, and this render item will be this card component. So we have imported this from this components directory, and now if I save it, then we can see nothing happens. Let me remove these styles from this container. Okay, we have to return it. Now within this return statement we have this card component. Now we can see that it's showing the elements perfectly. Here I will provide width as 90% and align self as center. So it's working fine now. Now I will provide the actual data in this card. Currently we are displaying the static elements. Now I want to change that. So I want to get some props here. I want to receive item data, and also I want to receive on press. For this on press property of this touchable opacity. So here we will have on press. For the image we will have item data image. Then for the title we will have item data title. Similarly we will have other elements, so let me quickly add those things. Now save this, and now from this card list screen we need to pass those props. So in this render item we will receive item, and here we can pass it to this item data prop, and for the on press prop we can pass the navigation. And currently I will provide an empty function because I haven't created that screen yet. Now save it. Now after saving, let's see, we have dynamic item present. Right, now for this description I will provide number of line 2. So now it's looking good. Now I will create another screen in which we will be visiting after clicking on any item of this. So that screen will be card item details.js. So I have created this card item details. Now let me add this to our Homestack navigator. So it will be similar to this card list screen, and it will be card item details. And don't forget to import it. In my VS Code it is automatically importing those screens, but if it is not importing automatically for you, then you need to import that manually. And for the name of this I will provide the same name as the component name. Now here I don't want to pass this title, so I will comment that. Now save it. Now I can provide that navigation in this card list screen. To provide that we need to provide this navigation to our main component, and here we can add that navigation navigate, and here it will be card item details, and here through our route we will pass item parameter. So item data parameter will contain item value. Now save it. Now let's see, if we click any card item, then we are visiting this card item details screen. Now let's utilize this item data parameter in this card item details screen. So here we will accept route, and from this route parameter we will receive this item data, and I have created a constant of it. So now I can use that here. So let me quickly add that to get our title. So it is showing our title. Let's see. So it is third amazing food place. So it's working perfectly. Right, now we can start implementing our layout here. To design the layout, first we need to implement image header, and for that we need to install a package called React Native Image Header Scroll View, and we need to install it. So we can copy this command and paste it here. Now install it. So it has been installed. Now let's see. So here we have a example demo, and our example will be similar to this, and let's see the basic uses. So here we can say we need to import this header image scroll view and this triggering view from this package, and then we can use this image header scroll view, and within that view we can provide the header image render foreground, and within this triggering view we can do many more customizations which I will show you in later. So first we need to import it, so I'm copying this and paste it here. So here we need to provide this header image scroll view, and within this header image scroll view we can provide header image to provide the image, or else we can do another thing which is render header, and here we can provide the component which we want to render for our header. So we want to render an image, and make sure you import image from React Native, and then we need to provide a source, and that source will be our item data image, as we have fetched the title from the item data, so we can get the image as well, and we can provide a style over here. So that's the benefit of this render header. Here we can customize our component as per our requirement, but for the header image we can just specify an image over there. Now I need to provide some styling. Let me paste some styles over here. So I have pasted some styles. You can pause the video and take note of these codes, or else you can get it from my GitHub repo. I will upload it to my GitHub. So now here you can see that I have used this min height, this max height, right? So I need to create those constants as well. So let me create those quickly. So I have created this min and max height constant, and for this min height I am checking for the platform OS. If it is iOS platform, then this height will be 90 pixel, and if it is not iOS, that means if it is Android, then it will be 55 pixel. So now here we can also provide this max height and min height, and then after this we can provide this triggering view, and within this triggering view we can provide some elements. So here let me create a view, and within this view I will provide a text. For the style of this text I will provide styles.title. Now let's save it, as we have installed a third-party package. Now close this Metro Bundler UI process and rebuild our project. Now it's showing this can't find dimension. We have used dimension here, so we need to import that from React Native as well. Now save it. Now after saving it, we can say that we don't have any error right now, but we have some warning, and this is because of the package. We need to make some changes in this package to use it properly. As you can see, component will receive prop has been renamed, component will mount has been renamed. So we need to make some changes in our package, and to change it we need to go to this triggering view.js, which is within our npm package. And here we can see that component will mount and component receive props. Before both of these function we need to add unsafe underscore. Now save this. Now close this and reload this once. So now the warning has been gone. But now we have a problem that we cannot see the image, and that image is not showing because in this function we need to return this image, and to return that we need to wrap this within a parenthesis. Okay, now after saving it we can see that we have the image available, right? So it's working fine. Now we need to get rid of this header section. The image will also be presented in here, right? So we need to remove this, and for that we need to update our home stack screen option. So here we have this header back title visible set to false. Now we need to set this header title as false, and then header transparent equal to true. Now save it. After saving it, we can see that our image is now positioned at the header, but right now we can see that image scroll is working, but we cannot see this back button clearly. To make it properly visible, we can set header tint color as white color. So now it's quite visible. Also, we can set some other properties here in this header scroll view to make it more prominent, and that would be max overlay opacity. It will be 0.6, and then mean overlay opacity, I will set this to 0.3. Now we can see that we have some overlay opacity present over here, and now it is much more prominent, right? And also we can do some other customizations in this status bar, but before that we need to import it from React Native, and then we can add it over here and set the bar style to light content. So now the status bar is looking good, and now we can see that our image header is working perfectly. Now we need to add those animations, and we need to design rest of the screen. So now for this triggering view, I will give a style of section. So we have a border over here, and within this overview section I want to provide review and rating for this item. So here let me create another view, and within this view I will provide rating and review, and this view will be positioned here. So for that I will give this wrapper view a style of flex direction row, and justify content will be space between. So now it has been positioned at the right hand side. Now I want to position these two elements beside each other. For that, in this view I will provide a style flex direction row, and align items will be flex end. So now it has been positioned properly. Now I want to wrap these reviews within a parenthesis, and I want to give a proper margin in between these two. So for that, the style of it will be margin horizontal 2, and before this rating I want to display a star icon. So for that, first we need to import an icon package from React Native Vector Icons, and make sure you install that in your project. And here in my project I have already imported it, and also I have imported this Font Awesome library properly, so I can use it over here. For the color of it I will use this color. Now save it. So now it's looking good. Now after this triggering view section, I will create another section, and within this section I will display our item data description. Now I will give some styling in this view and this text as well. So now we can see that our content is styled properly, but still now we cannot scroll properly. So we need to add rest of the layouts here, then we can scroll properly, and then we can implement the animation. Now after this view we will add another view, and for the style of it I will provide section style, and here we will display our categories. If we look in our data, then we can see we have categories for each item, where we have array of categories, right? So we can map through each category item and display each category within a view. So the text will be category, and for the style of this view I will use category container. Now save this. So after saving it, we have an warning. So for this view we need to specify key, and for this key I can provide index over here, and for the style of this text I can provide category style. So now it's looking good. I want to display an icon over here, and that icon will be tag. Size of it will be 16, and color of it will be white color. So now it's looking good. And finally, after this view I will display a Google map with the location of this item marked on that map. So for that I will use map view, and previously in this series I have already shown you how to install it and how to use it in this explore tab. So I'm not going to explain much of the details over here in this tutorial. If you want to learn more about it, then you can definitely check out that tutorial. Here I will just implement it quickly. So for that, first we need to import map view from React Native Maps and provider Google to use the Google map. For this view style I will use section. For the height of it I will use 250 pixel, and here we will use a map view. For this map view provider I will use provider Google. For the region latitude I will use item data coordinate latitude, and similarly for longitude as well. And then for latitude delta and longitude delta I will use these values. For the style of it I will use flex 1. So now we can see we have Google map present, and here I want to display a custom marker, and that custom marker will be this map view marker. For the coordinate of it will be item data coordinate, and for the marker image I will use this map marker png. So within assets directory we have map marker png. Now after saving it we can see that it's showing properly, right? So now we can see that our screen is scrolling enough. Now we can start implementing our animation and we can display our title over here. So now for the title, here we can render foreground, and here we will return a view, and within this view we will provide item data title. So here we can see our text has been appeared in this status bar section. So we need to provide some styling. So it is the title container for this view. For this text style I will provide image title style. So now it's showing the title perfectly, right? But while we are scrolling, after complete scroll we don't have the title. I want to display our title over here as well. Now for that we need to implement animation, and that animation I will implement from React Native Animatable. And in our package.json, as we can see that we have already installed React Native Animatable, so we can use it over here. So it will be import star as animatable from React Native Animatable, and we can use this animatable to give a animation to our item title. And here we need to create a useref constant, and by default we will set it to null, and make sure you import this useref hook from React library. Now after this render foreground we have render fixed foreground, and here we can provide an animatable view, and this animatable view will wrap our title, which will animate while we will be in this position. So here it will also be our item data title, and for the view of this style we will provide nav title view, and for this text we will provide nav title, and then here we will provide a reference to our nav title view constant, and we can manipulate it from this triggering view. So here in the documentation, if we see, for the triggering view we have some properties which we can use for various kind of customization. As you can see, we have on being hidden, on hide, on display. So we will use this on hide, on display. Now for this on hide we will provide fade in up animation, and we will give a duration of it. And for on display we will provide this fade out animation, and similarly we will give a duration of it. Now save it. So now after saving it we can see, if we scroll, then we have this title present. So here you can see the animation perfectly, right? When this triggering view section is being hidden, that time this title is appearing by this animation, this fade in up, right? And when this triggering view is displaying, that time this title is getting disappeared by this fade out animation, and we are controlling the animation by using this nav title view reference constant, which is controlling this animatable view, right? So that's how it's working, and that is the tutorial, guys. I hope you have learned something new from this tutorial. If you do so, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this, and let me know by commenting down below. If you have any kind of suggestion for me, then also let me know in the comment section below, and you can share this tutorial with your friends and colleagues. So I will see you guys in my next tutorial. In the meantime, have a great day. Goodbye.